and music is so different than anything we've done before, and it really, to me, it does top 90125 in terms of the overall song presentation and the energy that went into each song. And Trevor's done a remarkable finalized production and mix on it.
Right.
It's a hard thing to pull off, but he really did it.
And he says that you contributed more this time around.
Well, I was able to go in at the grassroots, and some of the lyrics that have come out are now kind of very prophetic in a lot of ways, because the album is called The Big Generator, which I always felt was the Earth, and we are the big generator. We sort of are. We're going to start learning to understand the Earth as our Mother Earth, and we're going to really reassess our position on this planet over the next 2 or 3 years. I don't know if you know this, but I sent along a little bit of information relating to the harmonic convergence, which is this wonderful supernatural thing that's happening on the 16th, 17th of August, 1987. It's an ancient prophecy that new energy will come to this planet from the universe, and it just happens that you only need to pick up 1 or 2 books to realize that it is this year, and the 16th and 17th of August marks the beginning of this energy coming to this planet, and it only needs for people to be open-hearted and aware of that energy level. And it's a little bit, as I say, I sent a little bit of information through the post to you, and I hope people get a chance to read it.
Okay.
It's in ancient Indian prophecy, it's in ancient Buddhism prophecy, it's in the Bible, and it all relates to a lot of wonderful, wonderful things happening to us on this planet over the next 2 or 3 years.
Okay. John, we have a bunch of people who want to talk to you. Okay, you ready?
One more thing.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys out there, you remember when I would sing that song in the mid-70s, What Happened to This Song We Once Knew So Well? Believe me, the song is on the album.
Oh. What did you say?
The song that we lost a long time ago.
It's on the
back to us, you know.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'll talk to you again. Here are the people who want to talk to you, okay? Okay, I'll talk to you again at the end.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Hello, John. I'm Stephanie.
Hi, Steph.
And I'd like you to know that you truly are some of the big generators in the world when it comes to positive music that brings people together, and music that brings peace and a lot of spiritualism to a lot of people. I wanted you to know that.
Thank you very much.
My question is, in general, I know there are some things that you'd like to accomplish. I know you're working on a solo album. I know you're going to be doing the tour, but what would you like to be doing musically, say, within the next 10 years, and expanding what you have been doing and what you'd be doing with Yes or acting, whatever you have in mind?
Yeah, well, you know, my dreams have always been to write some very, very modern symphonic ideas. I'm working already on a large-scale thing that I've been working on for 5 years. I'd love to see that in either film or theater. I'm not exactly sure. I'm very, very excited of doing my solo album now. I'm just halfway through that. But the most important thing to me about this big generator is ready for the people, and we're ready for it, you know.
Well, so are we, and if you think you're in seventh heaven, you should be where we are now.
I'll tell you one thing, you know, I've learned a lot over the years, but one thing that sticks in my mind a heck of a lot is that whatever you dream, whatever you want, you can have in this life. Life is like that. Life is a very magical experience, and you can get anything you want out of life if you dream hard enough. There's a new game coming out. It says, wake up and dream. Because that's where it's at. Life is not, we're kind of living in an unreal world sometimes, and we have to wake up and dream and look to the real world.
Thank you, Joseph. We accept you so well.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, my name's Bob from Ambler. That's in Pennsylvania.
Wonderful.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine. I'm having a very, very good day today.
That's great. I really don't have a question for you as much
I really enjoyed making that album, you know. The idea that Christmas is something that's inside everybody. It isn't something you can go and buy in a shop, you know.
That's right.
And it's there for us to have. That's the funniest thing. We have all these energies and beautiful things inside of us, and we don't have to unlock them all the time. But now and again, you get a little bit of inspiration. Generally through music, and you hear somebody's music, and it just touches something inside you. Well, that's part of life. The harmony of life is the same as the harmony of music. If the music is right, it touches the soul.
That's exactly right. I'll tell you what, you've touched my soul. I know you've touched a lot of people in here, so you should see them all staring at me talking to you.
Well, I'm just very lucky to be in that position. I'm very lucky and very honored to be making music and still being excited about the future. Because as the line says at the end of the album, the last thing that I sing on the end of the album is, the future is a friend of yours and mine, and that's true.
All right.
Yeah.
Woo!
Hi, John. This is Mark Spear from Los Angeles. How you doing?
Hey.
I just wanted to ask you, I understand you've been signed with Warner Brothers Music to do some outside writing, and you've been writing with a gentleman named Don Freeman. I wonder if you could tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the idea started last September, and I met with Don Freeman and a couple of other people, and it's fantastic to be able to write with other people. It's something that, when you live in Los Angeles, you tend to isolate yourself a little bit, so I was more than happy to work with other people. I've done a couple of songs with Toto, I've done a couple of things with a couple of other guys, you know. And Don Freeman and me have wrote 2 songs to my album, which sounds really fantastic. And next, I think 2 weeks I'll be writing with a guy called Lamont Dozier, who's one of the great writers of the last 20 years.
Yes, Motown.
So, you know, this living in Los Angeles has really opened up my sort of writing energy. I seem to want to write with other people, but as yet, you know, I tried to write with a couple of other people, but it just takes time to get people to get to know that.
Right.
I'll probably get somebody ringing me after maybe next month and say, I heard that song how you use it for our album, and it's just another avenue of energy that I enjoy working with, really.
Yes. Well, I've heard Utilization. I like that song a lot. Yes.
Wow.
I have my ways.
Yeah.
I really enjoy the song. Another question. Where are you going to be August 16th and 17th?
Well, I believe that the reason I found out about the harmonic conversion was my interest in the ancient American Indian people that lived and used to live here thousands of years ago. I think the American people have got to start to become aware that the American Indians, this is their land, you know, this holy land here. When the American people point to Israel and say, oh, that's the Holy Land, I think you've got a misconception, you know, because Holy Land is all over the place.
Right.
And when I got involved in finding out about the ancient Toltec Indians, I realized that they had a knowledge which we are about to relearn over the next 5 years, which is the art of dimensional travel, which is the art of the traveling speed of light. And during the course of finding out about the Toltecs, I was led to this sort of awakening in my mind about the harmonic convergence. So on the 16th and 17th, I think I'm going to spend it with the Toltec Indians.
Excellent. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you. I'll pass you to the next one.
Thank you very much.
Hello, John. My name is Ross Alberg from Northeast Philly. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
First of all, I'd like to personally thank you for being born.